Are you looking for the best camera drones? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best camera drones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. DJI Mavic 3 Pro. The DJI Mavic 3 Pro takes many of the best features of the Air 3S and, for a little more than twice the price, ups the camera count to 3. It not only offers a Hasselblad-branded 24mm equivalent wide-angle lens with a 4/3 sensor, but also sports 2 telephoto lenses, a 70mm equivalent with a 1/1.3-inch sensor and a 166mm equivalent with a 1/2 inch sensor. Thanks to the comparatively huge sensor on the main camera, the Mavic 3 Pro can capture more detail than our other picks and can do so in a much wider band of lighting conditions. As a result, it produces better images right out of the camera, and it gives editing software more data to work with to improve the images even further. This model can capture vibrant, detailed still images with its 3 cameras, and its video, at up to 5.1K resolution, looks more color accurate than footage from the competition. It also has a 43-minute battery life, which isn't the longest we've ever seen in our tests. Our top pick beats it by a bit, but comes pretty close. Number 2. DJI Mini 3. If you're just getting into drone photography, especially for personal use, the DJI Mini 3 is a fantastic starter package. Though it costs less than half as much as our top pick, it still offers a 4K camera, a long, 38-minute battery life, and a compact, lightweight build that just slides under the FAA's 250-gram limit. The Mini 3's camera and sensor aren't as high quality as those of the Air 3S, but the f/1.7 aperture provides surprisingly good image quality in lower light conditions. This model also comes with all the important features you need from a video drone, such as image and flight stabilization, an included controller, and smart flight modes, in which the drone flies itself to easily capture cinematic shots. But it lacks the obstacle avoidance sensors of more expensive models. You have the option to extend the battery life to 51 minutes via DJI's Intelligent Flight Battery Plus, but using that add-on makes the drone heavy enough that it would need to be registered with the FAA. Number 3. DJI Avata 2. All of our picks are capable of capturing good-looking, high-resolution aerial footage. But while the others focus on smooth cinematic shots of landscapes or sweeping vistas, the DJI Avata 2 is designed to emphasize speed and agility, creating footage that makes you feel as if you're riding on board. This small, buzzy fighter jet, DJI's third iteration of its first-person view drone, finally puts the FPV format inside an easily accessible and relatively practical package. It's equipped with a 1/1.3-inch sensor that shoots 4K footage at up to 100 frames per second, motors that can propel it at up to 27 meters per second, in contrast to the Air 3S and Mavic 3 Pro's 21 meters per second, and a sturdy plastic shell that can handle a wide range of impacts when you inevitably run it into a tree or wall. The Fly More combo that we recommend includes an updated headset, 3 batteries good for roughly 20 minutes of flight time each, and a new, smaller version of the motion controller that launched with the original DJI FPV drone. This upgraded controller makes flying more intuitive for new pilots, but if you want to unlock the more aggressive manual control mode, you should also have DJI's more traditional FPV remote controller 3. Number 4. DJI Mavic 3 Pro. The DJI Mavic 3 Pro shares many features with our top pick, and it's a worthwhile upgrade if you're willing to pay considerably more for better image quality and an additional telephoto lens. Its main camera offers a large, 4/3 sensor with a Hasselblad-branded wide-angle lens that helps to create clearer, more colorful videos and photos. Its omnidirectional sensors make flying through obstacles a breeze. When we flew the Mavic 3 Pro through drone racing gates at a model airplane field, it navigated the gates easily and stopped itself before we were able to fly it into any of the metal poles. The controller, or the DJI Fly mobile app, should you decide to use that instead, accurately indicates hazards with visual and audio cues as you navigate tight spaces, making it easy to steer accordingly. Its cameras provide amazing quality and flexibility. The Mavic 3 Pro has a main wide-angle camera with an unusually large, 4/3 sensor. It works better in low-light conditions than the 1-inch sensor in the Air 3S. The colors it produced in our testing also look truer and brighter than those from the Air 3S and the Mini 3. The main camera can shoot 5.1K video at up to 50 frames per second with a 200 megabits per second maximum bit rate, the speed at which the camera can record video to digital media. The other two cameras on the Mavic 3 Pro's chunky gimbal block are a medium telephoto, 70mm, equivalent with an f/2.8 aperture, the same as on the Air 3S, and a longer telephoto, 166mm, equivalent with an f/3.4 aperture. Compared with the main wide-angle camera, these telephoto lenses have smaller sensors, 1/1.3 inch and 1/2 inch, respectively, but their image quality is still good enough for stealthy wildlife photography and other kinds of long-distance shooting. Its battery life ranks among the best in our test group. At 43 minutes, the Mavic 3 Pro's stated battery life is a small step down from the Air 3S's 45-minute flight time, but it's still more than enough for you to capture a satisfying amount of footage before you have to land for a battery change. That flight time allows you to guide the drone up to 17.3 miles away, though you aren't likely to be testing the range limits on most flights because federal rules in the United States say that you or a spotter you're in communication with must always have the drone within your unmagnified line of sight. It isn't the smallest drone, but it is still easy enough to bring along. The Mavic 3 Pro is slightly larger than the Air 3S but just as portable. It weighs 2 pounds and doesn't require any assembly before you fly, aside from removing the muzzle-like camera cover. DJI also sells an upgraded version called the DJI Mavic 3 Pro Cine, which supports the Apple ProRes 422 HQ codec and upgrades the internal storage to a 1TB solid-state drive. But you can buy that version only as part of DJI's premium combo, which includes both the usual Fly More kit and the DJI RC Pro controller, an improvement on the DJI RC with a brighter screen, an increased transmission bitrate, and a few other features. That package costs just under $5,000, out of the range for many enthusiasts. Number 5. DJI Mini 3. The DJI Mini 3 isn't DJI's cheapest drone, that honor now belongs to the Neo, and it doesn't produce images as beautiful as those of the Air 3S, but its low price, impressive capabilities, including 4K video, and tiny form make it an excellent choice for beginners. It provides a good introduction to flying. This drone can take off, land, and return home with the push of a button. It also has a positioning system that's intelligent enough for it to hover, stationary, in the air. The only sensors it uses for positioning are downward sensors to help with landing. And its 38-minute flight time with the included battery is quite respectable for a model at this price. Its camera is far better than what you'd get in most other budget drones. The Mini 3's camera, which has a 1/1.3-inch sensor, can shoot 48-megapixel photos and up to 4K video at 30 frames per second. Its wide-angle f/1.7 lens provides great low-light performance, as well. As a bonus, the camera can physically rotate to shoot vertical, portrait orientation video, which is useful for sharing on apps like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The results aren't as clear or as detailed as what you can capture on the Air 3S or Mavic 3 Pro, but they're more than sharp enough for posting to social media. It's small enough to skirt the FAA's drone weight limit. The Mini 3's tiny size is its best feature. Because the drone weighs only half a pound with a base battery, it slides in just under the FAA's 250-gram, 0.55 pound, weight limit, beyond which you must register a drone before flying it for personal use. DJI does offer the bigger Intelligent Flight Battery Plus, which increases the Mini 3's flight time to an astounding 51 minutes but pushes it over that 250-gram limit. So if you want to use the bigger battery, you have to go through the relatively simple and cheap registration process. It provides good enough range. You can fly the Mini 3 up to 11 miles away with a standard battery, but since you need to keep the drone within unmagnified sight to comply with the law, you're likely to reach the limits of your vision well before you run out of range. The DJI Fly app, as well as the optional DJI RC controller upgrade, which includes a screen, maintains a smooth live stream from the drone's camera. The app also allows access to many of DJI's intelligent flight modes, and it can activate features such as auto takeoff and landing.